This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. And here we go.
And it seems that many of his demands have come through.
Well, let me tell you something, Tony Schiavone, and all the people out there. You know, Nikita Koloff, Ivan Koloff, been talking about a lot of things for a long time. Been talking about all their demands, talking about what the Kremlin had to have. But if you go back in time and you remember from the word go, when they wanted a U.S. title match on television, I signed a contract. I signed a contract for the Russian chain match. I've done all those things, and still there's excuses. Well, there's going to be no more excuses, Nikita, because somewhere in this country, you're going to pick up that contract, and we're going to have that coveted Russian chain match of yours. But all those people out there know that as frightening as you can be, that I can handle a chain too, because it was real plain and simple. When you were dangling over that top rope, trying to get a breath of fresh air, watching your eyes bug out of your head, that chain works just as well around that big, thick neck of yours as it will mine. Now, you know, I represent not only the United States Heavyweight Championship, but all the people out there in the United States, because it's this freedom in this country that allows me to be what I am. That's why I enjoy going that ring and going out there against a man that constantly puts us down. Now, Nikita, it's going to happen. It's going to happen very, very soon. And then, and only then, will we settle the controversy. The U.S. heavyweight title match on television, something that I now want more than you ever thought about wanting, something that now you're having doubts in your mind about because you think maybe you're going to soften me up a little bit, maybe wear me down, maybe cause some injury that'll prevent me from being able to successfully defend this title against you. Well, a lot of people tried to do it in the past, and they didn't get the job done. Tully Blanchard won the most brutal match I've ever gone through in my life. You've never experienced anything like that. Never had anybody try to permanently maim your body. Well, I'm the man that can do that. It might be in that chain match. I don't really care. But the fact of the matter is, I'll do whatever I have to do to defend this title. It isn't going to fall in your hands if I have to be carried out on a stretcher. I've been carried out before, and I'll do it again if I have to. But you'll be on another stretcher going the same way.
United States Heavyweight Champion Magnum TA, don't you go away.
Still a good promo, man.
Yeah, something happened during that promo. I don't know if you noticed or not, but it brought back a memory for me. Did you see the sign, the Boss Magnum TA?
Yeah.
They cut away to it so quickly you really couldn't even comprehend what was on it. And the reason they cut away very quickly and came back to Magnum was that Jimmy and Dusty are in the control room with Tommy Edwards. Tommy's the director, and most of you know how TV works. The director calls the shots. He kind of designs the whole thing to look. The technical director pushes the button to make the camera, but the producer or the executive producer are behind them, telling them what they want and what they don't want, where to go. Keith Mitchell is our producer in the truck. He's not the director. He's a producer. He kind of guides the ship. Well, Jimmy and Dusty kind of would guide the ship. And when Tommy would take cutaway shots during matches, that was okay. But if he took a cutaway shot during a promo like that, where Magnum was looking at camera, they would get pissed off big time. And he would take that and they say, get off that shot. And he'd go right back to it. And I get it during wrestling matches, but I know about how Jimmy and Dusty's focus and how wrestlers' focus was back then. If the guy's talking to the camera, talking to you, you want to see the guy. Mm-hmm. You don't want to see the fans. Right. And that was the thinking back then. And when I saw that shot, it was so quick. I realized what had happened. And I get how Tommy is. He's the director. He wants to create, make just this big creation of his. And they didn't want that. But to Tommy's credit, Tommy did a lot of great cutaway shots of fans. We've seen it. We've seen Miss Alabama over and over again. And we've seen a lot of fan reaction shots. Those are good. Those are important. And I think Tommy was the first one, at least that we worked with, that realized that. We had another director named Toby Jenkins, who was from South Carolina, who worked on the Worldwide and Mid-Atlantic shows. And Toby was a much different director. But Tommy was the first one that would bring in that, cutaway shots. But don't do it when Magnum TA is looking in the camera, buddy. Bad news. And I get that.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.